So when setting new language learning goals for the new year, you might catch yourself writing down things like learn 500 new words this year or pass the C1 exam in Spanish. I do want to ensure with this video that you are going to, without a doubt, achieve them. However, if you have found yourself also either giving up on your goals halfway through after the new year starts, or changing your goals midway through the year, then it's probably because you're missing a very certain piece of the puzzle that you need to get nailed down before you even set goals in the first place. That's what we're talking about in this video today. And what's the missing piece, you might ask? Instead of asking yourself, what goals do I want to achieve? Ask instead, what kind of language learner do I want to become? And it is in this way that we turn the classic question of what do I want to accomplish for next year into more of an identity. Who do I want to be? Because when it all comes down to setting goals in general, whether that be for language learning or for our lives, goals are truly more about our identity and how we want to see ourselves, way more so than just a laundry list of things that we want to cross off. So let's get a little bit more into what I mean. We've all heard of SMART goals. And yes, this is in itself a very handy tool whenever we're thinking about setting really specific goals, right? But do they match who you believe you are as a language learner? If they don't, then you are definitely less likely to achieve the goals you set out for yourself. And this can look like for saying to yourself, hey, I want to log 500 comprehensible input hours. Even though I know and believe that I am more of a writing person in general, I like a lot more creativity inside my own journey. I have seen that comprehensible input works for other polyglots, so I'm going to set that as my goal for next year too, right? Without even really thinking deeply about what connects you so closely to this kind of method and how that even relates to what kind of language learner you want to be. James Clear himself from Atomic Habits said, "Every action is a vote for the type of person you believe you are." In other words, small steps add up to who you become, and people are more likely to follow through when it feels like a part of who they are and not just something that is to be checked off a list. And I will say, there has been a study. Instead of encouraging voters to go vote by saying, "Go vote," directly, they reworded the phrase so that their encouragement aligned with an identity. They told them, I am a voter. And voting did increase by even up to 20%. So I hope you're starting to see a little bit more how this is being relevant to you, right? Because really goals that are not aligned with us, that are not aligned with who we truly want to become, that are not aligned with our values, are definitely going to fall flat at some point. For example, let's say that I set out a goal for myself of learn 3 languages to B2 by next December. Now, this goal is all alive and well. However, I want us to always backtrack and ask ourselves before establishing this goal, hey, who do I actually want to be? I can think about it and say, I am a language learner who prioritizes adventure and curiosity. I am someone who learns intentionally and in a focused way. And I am someone who makes pressure for language study in a low pressure way. And again, after you figure out more about what kind of identity you want to have as a language learner, right? Who do you want to become in your languages? That will help you look at any sort of goals that you were thinking about for this upcoming year and say, okay, let's wind it back. Does this goal actually match the identity of who I want to become? Learning 3 languages up to B2, that does not match the identity that I want to become. Well, maybe I can edit my goal so that instead of learning 3 B2 languages this year, I can limit my goals to B1, which adheres more to my identity of wanting to make more time for language learning in a low pressure way. You rewire your identity first, so then you can change your habits. And that way you don't have to drag yourself through your laundry list of goals based on pure willpower. It's simply just who you are because those goals are tied to your identity. So let me know what you think of this video in the comments. Make sure to subscribe if you would like more mindful language learning advice. I wish you the best of luck in the new year, and I'll see you in another video soon.